Hey everyone, it's Ometer, and today we're going to be making this. We're going to be decorating this clear Gable box with. I'm trying to shake some of the inside parts down. We're going to go ahead and make it. It's going to have a background and a foreground. It's super cute. We're going to be using these dies by Pixi Designs. I've been generously enough to been allowed to be part of the guest design team for Sandra's Pixi Designs, you guys, this month. So go check it out. Super awesome stuff, and super awesome stuff still to come. So if you still haven't gotten the stuff from last month, some of it's still available. This is going to be the haunted house, and I used so much of this, and it had so many things. There's like cats, bats, and ghosts, and the whole house and everything. For the little sentiment, I went ahead and I used the smaller two of the slimline rectangles die, and also for the sentiment from Halloween balloons, this spooktacular right here. So I use these to decorate this, and let me show you. When you open it up, the actual box, let's see, I just threw some crinkle paper in there, is dimensional. So we have a scene in the back for when it doesn't have any candies or anything like that, or when they eat their candies. There's a full-on spooky cemetery scene in the back and in the front, and it also stands like this for this little sentiment right here. And here is the house, some little hills. There's a little cat. I didn't notice until after I was cutting everything there was a little cat in there. So we got some jack-o'-lanterns and some ghosts and all of this. And look, and since it's on clear acetate, on clear plastic for these Gable boxes, it is super cute, and it stands out for your Halloween guests or special family members for the Halloween spooky season. And it even has a good visual from the top. So that is what it looks like, and let's go ahead and make it. So I have everything pre-cut, and I wanted to I'm trying to make these like in real time, so you don't have to listen to me do a random voiceover not knowing what I'm talking about. So what we're going to decorate today is this treat box, and you can do this on a regular paper treat box. I went ahead, we have these for our little side baking business, and I wanted to decorate one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and open it, and this is just a Gable box, which is 6 1/4 by, I think, like 3 1/2. So 6 1/4 by 3 1/2. Now, what we want to do is the line, making a mess. The hills that we cut out from, I cut out 4 from these hills and trees. I made higher ones for the back, and they're all cut flat on the bottom. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch me like randomly cut stuff, so I wanted to have everything ready so we can just go ahead and do our little project. The higher ones are going to go in the back of the inside of the box. We can also, that way it'll glue to the back of the box. And the shorter ones, these will go, here, I think this, let's see, switch these out. The shorter ones will be for the front of the box right here, because we want to be able to see all the goodies and whatnot. Now, we can go ahead and glue these and set them up. I'm going to see how I want them. I'm going to go ahead and put them like this right here so we can glue them. Now, so let's get started. Let's go ahead and glue our bottom of our hills. The reason why I want to go ahead and glue it is just so I have a better idea of where I'm going to cut them. They are cut straight on the bottom, straight through, so it aligns with the actual box. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to adhere to the box, and then we're going to just cut them off the side, just like when we're doing a card. I like to do off the card, or I don't know what you call them, or off my rock or whatever, projects. Now, we're only gluing the bottom because we want the top part to actually have a little bit of space so we can insert our little town, village, whatever. This one's going to be the haunted house and type of a cemetery kind of situation. So here we go. Now, the reason why I am gluing this one first is seeing as how I like to use wet glue, because this is a non-porous surface, so it takes a little bit longer than it does if it was just paper. So let's go ahead and grab our bone folder and just give it a good little press to make sure that we have a good hold. Now, I want to go ahead and let that sit for a sec, and we're going to go over what we have. Let's put that over to the side. We have the back hills also right here, they're tags, but I went ahead and cut the haunted house. Oh my gosh, making a mess. The haunted house, and I just put a eyeballed yellow cardstock in the back so you can see it. I have some haunted trees. We're going to be using those. And I have tons of these little ghosties, some bats, some jack-o'-lanterns, some gravestones. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and put those all over the place. Now we're also going to go ahead and glue the back of the hills for the back of the house. Now let me see which way I want to do this. Here we go. We'll do it this way. And again, I'm only going to glue the bottom of this one, if I could find my glue, to the back of the other one, so we are able to put stuff in between. I'm trying to find the front, sorry. In between the actual layers. Sorry, oh my gosh, you guys, seriously, words. All right. And we're just going to align it. And since the reason why I use these is they're longer for a slimline card, so they're meant to be used for a longer surface, and we can go ahead and just utilize them as we need them and just snip off the back. So like I told you, the actual card, the actual back is 6.5. We're gonna cut it a little bit under that. Let's get our paper cutter and just snip off some, and let me see, not paying attention to that. So we're gonna go ahead and measure 6.5 and cut it off at there, a little bit under 6.5 to make sure. Let's just go ahead and test it, that it goes in here without bending, and it does bend. So let's just cut off some more. Let me see, 6.5 is there. There we go, let's try that. And because I just did the measurement for the outside of the box, so of course the inside would have a different measurement. And see, and there you go. And now we have what basically seems like a box card, which you have multiple layers of, but we're gonna go ahead and glue that to the inside of the box now. But this way it gives you higher hills, dimensions for your tree box. Let's see here. Okay, so, and again, I'm going to go ahead and glue this now so it has time to dry, and for us to be able to use and add our little items. Because I do have also, I did make quite a bit of ghosts. I did make quite a bit of tombstones, so it can go there. All right, so this is dry now. Let's go ahead and flip it around. We're gonna just snip it off from the back. So as you can see, this one's wet and this one's dry. So we just align our scissors, and we have our little scene. We have our little beginning of our placement here. All right, now we want to go ahead, and another reason I wanted to not glue, see, look how gorgeous that just like falls in. We wanted to go ahead and be able to position. You can just put your placement of any of your items and just practice with it. I'm trying to find the front part of these. Practice with it to see where you want it, how you want it. You can even put them like this, so we can do that here. And you're basically just decorating your box now. Some ghosties. Let's get some ghosties coming out of here, right there. And I'm just basically placing where I want it. Now, I have the trees, these little haunted trees, and I think just out of default, I'm gonna end up placing them back here. Let me grab So I'm not sure if you guys are able to see. Let me just, yeah, let me put some white paper under here. I have tons of scratch paper underneath my desk so you guys can see. But look, it's going to have haunted trees, and I'm going to go ahead and put them all the way towards the bottom because the top of this does fold in, you see, and that way it doesn't look so bad there. Actually, we can just snip some of this off and I can use it behind that little hill. So let me take this off. So right now we're just basically playing around. We're basically playing haunted house, no pun intended, and trying to see where we want these. I think that is perfect because even when it closes, it is in there. So let's go ahead and we're just going to go ahead and adhere it to the inside of the bag. Box, I'm sorry. The Gable box. And I suggest that you add glue to the tips. Obviously, we want to do the center of these. But if we glue on the tips, you are not in danger of when you fill it, it go down or it be torn or anything like that with whenever you put treats, because you do want this to actually be used and you want to put treats, whether it's for your family, for a Halloween party. This would work perfectly. All right, so I got a little bit of glue on that and everywhere, and also I put glue on each of the little tips of the branches. Bring that down so it actually glues to it. Now let's grab another. Let me just grab one of these scratch pieces of paper. I want to go ahead and be able to press it and not worry about the glue in my hand. So we're just going to hold it down for a second because, like I said, it is being glued to a non-porous. Let's move this over. Like I said, this is my scratch paper. I just have it under the desk, so I reuse it. But see, we have the haunted tree now, and we are also, so we're going to go ahead and start from the back then. We're going to go ahead and, do we add another tree to the back? Let's see. I feel like it's pretty good. We might add it here, but like off to the side like that. So we'll do that one later. Now let's go ahead and take more of our little gravestones. Since we saw we like the way, well, I like the way it goes, sorry. We're going to just add gravestones randomly throughout. We're going to go ahead and get our wet glue. Make sure you put some over here. Keep in mind, we're also going to add ghosts in the background. So we have a little bit of everything. We have ghosts, we have bats. This die, where's the die? This die has so many. I just ran it with one piece of gray cardstock and one big piece of white cardstock to get ghosts and everything together. And of course, I got glue everywhere. That's not helpful. We are gonna cover that up with a ghosty. So that's okay. I can make a mess. All right, so I went ahead and want to go ahead and leave some some of these headstones for the front part. But we also want to go ahead and add some ghosts. We're adding ghosts to this. Let's add a little chunky ghost to the other one. And again, for wet glue, for non-porous things, I do like to add. And since I don't know exactly where I'm going to place these ghosts sometimes, I do like to add the wet glue anyway. There we go. I don't see why we can't just add a little bat now to that empty space. There we go. And we can always add more, but you kind of want to have a jumping off point. Now let's go ahead and do the front of the house. I'm going to go ahead and put it as far, or should I put it over here? Because now I'm rethinking it. But I think, no, we'll just go ahead and stick with where we had it. I like where it is aesthetically speaking. And we're going to go ahead and cut. We're going to glue this and we're going to cut it off. We're going to cut, but how much are we going to cut? I'm trying to see, I keep saying we're going to cut. And I want to go ahead and make sure that I have enough in here. All right. I think I like that. I like how it's kind of falling off, and we're going to do some tombstones and everything there. So let's go ahead and adhere this. I know I sound like a crazy madman, but it's okay. We're going to adhere it. Make sure to put, like I said, put little dots on the tips of the branches. Of course, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to flip it over so I can press on it. And I'm using a piece of just random cardstock just to hold it down. I want to hold it down so it actually stays down, okay? So let's move on to this one now. Let's go ahead and add the house, and I dropped my glue. All right, so I just realized I wasn't recording, and I went ahead and put glue on this. Now I didn't glue it so much, so the top of the house would be able to move and everything like that. So let's go ahead and now just add some more of our little graveyard for our little haunted house. I'm just gonna go here. And again, this is going to be in front of the candy. The other part is going to be, you might not even be able to see the other part, but we know we did it and we wanted to have something cute on there. Let's go ahead and add some more ghost. Just spread it around. Add some more ghosties to this. We're gonna do, let's see which one. Let's do another one over here. And just a slathering. And I like to make sure I go in there and I press just to get the glue in there well enough. All right, now we're going to go ahead and flip it over, oopsie daisy, and cut off the tree. All right, let me see. There we go. Now, since it looks kind of, no, it looks good. I like it. I have several ghosts left. Let me go ahead and just add some more little accessories. We're gonna go ahead and add a little lantern right here. Let's go ahead and add the other one over here. I think we need some bats. A bat here, a bat there, a bat everywhere. Let's see, oh, I have one more little bat. Let's go ahead and add this one. And then we can try to find some Kinko paper, some candy to add to our little tree box. So now that we have our tree backs done, let's go ahead and do our little tag. And this one I used the 2 smaller of the slimline cards. I went ahead and I die cut it like this, and then I just moved it over, and then I die cut the I ran it through the die up to here, and then I just slid it over and aligned it within the stitch lines and cut it from the other side. And this one was done the same, so you can have your custom banners. And here I'll show you. I tied it up, I lined it up. This is how I cut it. I die cut it on this side, and then I took it to the other end, and then I die cut what I didn't want, so we can have our custom banner tag. If I can get this to work right. All right. And we used the Spooktacular sentiment from the Halloween balloons. Grab that. I just thought that was super cute. And now I'm going to glue it onto here with our wet glue again. Huge dollops there. And then we are just going to get one of our hole punches, because I was thinking of putting it here. Let's see. It can go right here. Yeah. We're just going to glue it on. We just have to make sure that it is super dry before we actually close the box. Again, we're going to flip it over so we can use our scrap piece of paper. Press it down. You want to distribute the glue well enough that it holds, so it dries faster. And here we go. How cute is that? Look, it's super dimensional. You can then add some crinkle paper. Let me grab some from this other one. You can do your treats. Either way, they get a little surprised in their scene when they get their treats. So hope you like it, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. I doubt that this will be one of those real-time videos, but I wanted to get a really awesome treat boxes and containers for you, so you guys can easily assemble this at home. So talk to you guys soon, and go ahead, please make sure you guys are checking out, check the links in my description for Pixi Dust Designs for all of these dies, and so many more amazing dies coming, you guys. So go ahead and check her out. Check out the links in my description. We'll get you right over there, you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll talk to you guys soon.